All right, let's take a look at the practice tests. For the instructions, we're asked to find the midpoint of each line segment PQ. All right, for the midpoint formula is very simple. I have it listed right here. But essentially, you're just going to take the average of the x coordinates and then the average of the y coordinates to get your midpoint. So we use a capital M for midpoint. The lowercase m is for slope. So we're using a capital M here. So you're just going to go x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2. Again, how you label these points is not going to matter. Typically, I just say that, okay, this is x sub 1, and this is y sub 1, and then this is x sub 2, and this is y sub 2. But obviously, if you change those up, it's not going to matter. So let's just say this is 2 plus 1. So 2 plus 1 over 2. And let me put some parentheses in there and a comma. And then this is going to be negative 4. And then plus 5 over 2. So to simplify, 2 plus 1 is 3. So this would just be 3 over 2 or 3 halves. So you could write 1.5 if you wanted to. In this one, negative 4 plus 5 is going to be 1. So this would be 1 half, or again, you could put 0.5 if you want to. So this would be your midpoint. So it would be 3 halves, comma, 1 half. All right, let's take a look at problem 2. So here for P, we have negative 1, comma, negative 7. And then here for Q, we have negative 4, comma, 4. So again, let me just label this as x sub 1 and this as y sub 1. And this will be x sub 2 and this will be y sub 2. And we're just going to plug into the midpoint formula. Again, for the x value, you're just going to take the average of these x values here. And then for the y value, you're just taking the average of the y values here. So we use a capital M for the midpoint, and this is equal to, so for the first guy, it's negative 1 plus negative 4. So negative 1 plus negative 4. And then we're going to divide this by 2. And then comma, over here, you're going to go negative 7 plus your 4, and this would be over 2. So just following this formula here. So to simplify, negative 1 plus negative 4 is negative 5. So this would be negative 5 halves. Or if you want, you can say negative 2.5, whatever you want to do. And this would be negative 7 plus 4. That's going to be negative 3. So this is negative 3 halves. So negative 3 halves. Or of course, you can go negative 1.5. So this would be your midpoint. It's going to be at negative 5 halves, comma, negative 3 halves. All right, let's take a look at problem 3. So here for my P, I have 10, comma, 8. And then for Q, I have 6, comma, 2. Again, for the midpoint, let me put capital M here. It's equal to, for the x coordinate, you're just going to find the average of the x coordinates here. So you can label this. I think as you do this a few more times, you're probably not going to, but this is x sub 1. Let's say this is y sub 1, and this is x sub 2, and this is y sub 2. And I put a 1 there and to put a 2. And so I'm going to go x sub 1 plus x sub 2. So 10 plus 6 is 16, and then divide that by 2. Let me show this. So 10 plus 6, and then divided by 2. And then for this one, I'm going to go 8 plus 2. So y sub 1 plus y sub 2. So 8 plus 2. We know that's 10, but we'll do that in a moment. And then divided by 2. So let's simplify now. 10 plus 6 is 16, and 16 divided by 2 would be 8. So this would be 8 for the x coordinate for the midpoint. And then this guy for the y coordinate, 8 plus 2 is going to be 10. And then if I divide 10 by 2, I'm going to get 5. So for the coordinates for this midpoint, we're going to have 8, comma, 5. All right, let's take a look at problem 4. So here we have P, which is given as negative 20, comma, 14. And then Q, which is given as negative 4, comma, 6. So let's label this. I'll say this is x sub 1, and this is y sub 1. And I think you probably don't need to label these because you're just averaging the x coordinates and then averaging the y coordinates, but let's just follow the formula. So we'll say this is x sub 2, and this is y sub 2, and just plug in. So M, the midpoint, is going to be, so x sub 1 plus x sub 2, let me write this out. So negative 20 plus negative 4. And then we're going to divide by 2, and then comma. Over here, we're going to go y sub 1, which is 14, plus y sub 2, which is 6, and then divide by 2. So negative 20 plus negative 4 is going to be negative 24. And this is divided by 2, so this will end up being negative 12 for the x coordinate. Then here, 14 plus 6 is 20. So this is 20 over 2, which is going to be 10. So when we think about the midpoint, it's going to be negative 12, comma, 10. All right, let's take a look at problem 5. So here we have P, which is negative 3, comma, 7. And then we have Q, which is negative 11, comma 15. All right, so again, you can label this if you want. Probably not necessary, but let's say this is x sub 1 and this is y sub 1. And let's say that this is x sub 2 and this is y sub 2. And I say it's not necessary because, again, you're just finding the average of the x coordinates and then the average of the y coordinates. It's a very simple process. So a lot of times once you do this once or twice, you pretty much don't need the formula. You could just do this in your head. So we'll say that m, the midpoint, is equal to, for the first guy, again, x sub 1 plus x sub 2. So negative 3 plus negative 11 divided by 2. And then for this guy, it's y sub 1, which is 7, plus y sub 2, which is 15, and then divided by 2. Okay, negative 3 plus negative 11 is negative 14. So this would be negative 14 over 2, which is negative 7. Then this guy, 7 plus 15, that's going to be 22. So you would have 22 over 2, which is 11. So we end up with negative 7, comma 11 for the midpoint.